opening statement, then we'll open the floor for questions.
First and foremost, what a great way to finish a home stretch to open the season. Just proud of my young women. I keep saying we got to fail fast and learn quick. I'm watching them each game continue to get better, but most importantly, continue to play for each other. I thought tonight was huge before we get on this road trip where that top 8 to 9 took care of business so I could get some other kids some quality minutes because they've been working hard behind the scene and they deserved a night like tonight. So very excited to get the win, but also obviously like y'all know, Michelle Clark-Hurd's like my sister. That's family. I can't say enough great things about Michelle. It was great to see her back in the head coaching chair. She's an absolute winner. There's no doubt in my mind what she did at Western Kentucky and had that program in the NCAA tournament and making continuous runs and getting awesome recruiting classes. I'm so excited for Mercer and the Mercer community to just see her touch and what she's going to do behind the scenes. And there's no doubt in my mind she's going to have that program here in the NCAA tournament very soon.
Robbie, here in the front.
You are doing something right in the locker room at halftime. The third quarter's pretty good for you. How do you kind of bottle that up and do it in the first, second, and fourth consistently, I guess?
Well, I think this is now time since we're at a press conference and now it's I'm retiring, okay? Because after 50 wins and getting showered with a Gatorade bath, which was nice by the team. Again, it's the small things. I didn't even know it was my 50th. I didn't know why they were throwing stuff at me. I thought I owed somebody some of my money. All right, but I keep saying Debris Chapeau. I can't say enough about her, Jacayla Jordan, and my team. Again, I'm going to keep saying it. I'm trying to create a special team, not individuals, especially in the culture and the time when kids can leave and move. I told them for one time in your life, enjoy this. This should be special, and they're carrying it on. I keep saying I put 3 questions on the board every time right after I give the speech. 1, what are we doing well? 2, what do we need to fix? And 3, what's it going to take to win? And I come in at 10 minutes, so they see those questions. They talk before I get in there, and there's just a poise and an attitude where they're like looking at each other, and they say, okay, Coach, we got the answers. So maybe I should do that in the first quarter.
What do y'all do for the first 10 minutes? Talk as a staff? Or?
Yeah, we talk back there, right? Because if they don't have the answers, I promise I am. But again, I keep saying I'm trying to build a special team, and the most special teams I've ever been a part of are player-led. They're not coach-led. I love the shower for me, but it's not about me. I've never scored 1 point here at Mississippi State, right? It's all about the young women who step on the floor and sacrifice night in and night out.
The number that stands out to me is 26 assists on 33 made field goals. Just playing really good team basketball all the way through. What does that speak to just among the chemistry and the consistency your offense is playing with?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked that. Yeah, no, it makes me a happy coach because at first assist or the indicator for how quality of a shot we're taking. You can't get an assist if you're not taking great shots. So somebody's sacrificing to create open or easy opportunities for their teammates. And again, that's team basketball. So to have this continuous numbers where you're like, okay, what's the scout going to start to be for Mississippi State? Do we just not help off, right? Because they're willing to share the ball and they're willing to pass it. And if you don't do that, I think I've got some of the best downhill drivers in the country. So it puts a nightmare in for our opponents to try to figure out a game plan. How do you want to play Mississippi State?
Jacob.
Another big night from Medina offensively, but it seemed like they were testing her on the defense end of the court. What did you think of her performance on defense?
Yeah, I thought it was great. I just, we've kind of talked about this in the past. Shout out to Denham DeShields and Destiny, 2 elite ball stoppers. In my 20 years, I've always had 1. I've never had 2. So I'm in heaven, and they get to be more aggressive. My wings get to be more aggressive because you got somebody like Medina who's behind them with a high motor who's just ready to disrupt everything. If she don't block it, she's altering it. So she's just a joy to coach, and especially on a night where she could have had a double-double. She's the ultimate team player. She allowed Kayla, who's been working her butt off, to get some quality minutes. And then can I give a shout-out to Near? I've been in Near so hard, y'all, to run the floor because that is one of the most gifted young women I've ever coached in my life. And I don't know about y'all, but that sprint she did, I hope it makes Twitter. I don't care if she missed the layup or not. She ran so hard, and that's what I told her. Near, if you play with that kind of speed, oh baby, our team's gonna go to another level. So I'm happy for Medina and my other two post players.
Robbie.
You definitely shown the potential on the offensive side and flashes there, but defense just seems to be your constant. Do you feel like that's kind of y'all's identity, especially early on in the season right now?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, shout out to my assistant coaches. First of all, I always tell them we're not golf course coaches. You know, there's some coaches out there in America that they don't work. I just keep it around. I call them golf courses because they're playing golf in the morning, and guess what they do it in the afternoon, Robbie?
Golf?
They're playing golf. Okay, they show up for practice and they leave. That's not who we are. We're watching film. We're trying to find every advantage we can. Shout out to Sam Williams who had this scout. I think we held Mercer to the lowest points, right? So that stuff matters to us. That's culture, that's DNA. And then just other than that, man, we train hard, we work hard, and then we're on multiple defensive team. I always say there's bad coaches out there. If you only play one style, that's not who we're gonna be. If you're beating me in man, I'm gonna switch to the matchup. After free throws, we can press, we can trap, so it makes it for a nightmare for our opponents.
Sam.
Drakela hadn't really shot the ball super well for her standard to start the season, but tonight seemed to kind of find her groove.
Yes,
How
sir.
important do you think that is for her and also just the team?
Well, I think you saw the excitement when she hit her second three, right? The first one, she's like, uh-oh, I haven't put it in the work. Is this real? Then the second one, she might have got my Gatorade bath. Okay, she was celebrating so much. I told her, get back on defense. But no, to see the smile on her face, she just needs to relax. That's it. The kid's a pro. She trains hard. She's in the gym every single day. She knows what's up. I haven't said one thing to her. I knew it was going to finally end. I'm just glad it happened before we hit on the road. So now, like I said, if she can play relaxed, and again, I give a shout out to her. She had 8 rebounds last game. This game she had 11. So Post, watch out. You know, we might be guard rebound you here. So we're coming.
Robbie.
Do you lose your breath a little bit when you saw Nye on the floor in that first half?
I did.
And what we've seen from her is just a little bit of everything since she's been here. 6 rebounds, 6 assists. She had 8 points tonight, but just kind of does a little bit of everything. I mean, how important a piece do you feel like she's going to be for this team this year?
Yeah, you can't say enough great things to your point. I think opening night she had how many points?
26?
Yeah, 26. Next night she has 10 rebounds. Then the third game she has 8 assists. Like, pick your poison. And then my thing, and again, I want my young women to understand, and it's who I am. I'm going to coach them hard. I'm going to love on them hard, but boy, I'm going to push them hard. But enjoy the game. Enjoy the game when it happens. And she, to me, is the definition of that. I've seen the high-fivings, the hard conversations with me, the goggles. I just told her I wanted her to make a celebration when it happens on the defensive end. Okay, can I get a seat belt or a 2-clap or something? But she laughs about it. But because she is who she is, it lightens up our team. And most importantly, it helps us have fun.
Coach, you kind of touched on it, but what does it mean to you to be the fastest coach in Mississippi State history to reach 50 wins?
It's people. I keep saying it. I've never scored a point here at Mississippi State. I'm fortunate to have a university that gave a first-time head coach an opportunity. You need one school to believe in you, so it means the world that Mississippi State believed in me. These people, and then being a first-time head coach when a time you can transfer and leave. And I say it with Drakela, Jordan, and Poe because they were with me on day one. They were like, all right, coach, we're going to give you a chance. So shout out to those two and every other player I've been fortunate to coach because it's about them, and I'm the luckiest guy to be their head coach.
Final question, Robbie, here in the front.
More on that, I mean, you still got a long way to go, obviously, as a head coach, and I mean, you're just getting started in year 3, but what's kind of been the biggest lessons you've learned in 3 years so far being a head coach?
Again, I keep saying it's people. Shout out to Jeff Walls, who is the biggest mentor for me. He kept it simple. You win in life with people. My parents raised me then. I'm from Dalton, Georgia, which I've told everybody is the carpet capital of the world, but it's hard working people, all right? And that's just who I am. I've never scored a point. I've had great people, great assistant coaches, and then most importantly, a shout out to my administration who gives me the resources and the opportunity to go out and get some of the best players in the country. And so when you got all that in one simple circle, man, it allows you an opportunity to win and win in life. So thank you for everybody for what you've done for me, but most importantly, man, we're not done.
I think